Okay, be mindful. Trigger warning. This is a reading. I picked up on the energy February 22nd. The reading is titled Taboo. This is a situation in where is some funny stuff going on that ain't ha funny. There is some same sex situation. There is some actual exploitation going on of younger family members, older family members, that sort of situation. There is a financial dynamic. There is some blackmail going on. Yeah, that needs to come full circle ASAP for some clearance and some familiar problems. Some people need to shit or get off the pot. They're holding up hypocrisy. There are some people that are keeping others from speaking their truth because that person's truth will expose some other truths, which will expose that there are some elders who are wrong as two left shoes. They are leading the next few generations down the rabbit hole, and they are not going to save them. They're going to talk about them and gossip about them and on to the next generation. Your story will be as a tale told, depending on who's telling it. You will be a scumbag or you will be a saint. Be careful who you sit with. All right. There's also people pillow talking. Pillow talking doesn't always mean that you've hit on the bed. That means you've sat somewhere and you've comfortably sat there and ran your mouth with somebody who you might not have should have ran your mouth with, because there will be people that will take your information and use it against you. You have no idea how people play the long game, especially if it's politics. Kind of never say anything you don't want to hear in court later on. All right, so with that information being told, loose lips sink ships. I just said link, so somebody's doing some shit on the internet, and I'm just trying to tell you, if you did it on the internet, you're good as caught. Just only a matter of time of somebody getting the information. All right, and yeah. Good morning. It's not late yet. I think I'm going to have some hot cocoa. We've already had cream of wheat and stuff. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. So, you've got the whole world in your hand. All right, so somebody has someone's world in their hands. All right, depending on the information that they have, they can sink someone's battleship. All right, you don't want your battleship sinking, so make sure you know who's on your boat and who's got your fuel. All right, so that's the first card. That's the Ace of Pentacles, and now we've got the Five of Swords upside down. It shows this young man contemplating. So there's a male energy. Hopefully this is the male energy, or what is this? This might be a female that might, be a tomboy as a result of some things happening. This is why can't have those things happening. Also, there might be someone just in contemplation of their sexuality, point blank, period, due to some different experiences. Now, not all sexual confusion comes from the actual interaction. It could come from picking, it could come from appearance, can come from self-esteem or attention. So just be mindful. Sibling rivalry does make some other things happen. Always calling the sibling ugly, picking on the appearance, being pit against one another. That can also cause some issues, especially when it comes from male to female, female to male. If there's a female dominant household, it might make the male, want to be more feminine and vice versa. So be careful with those dynamics. You always want to provide some kind of representation and where a person can feel comfortable with a like-minded person. All right. So now we've got the third card, which is Seven of Pentacles, and here's this Yeah, this is the one that's contemplating with the garden tool. It's a hoe. That's what it is. It's a garden tool across the back, which is hard work and kind of like standing there and someone stands to. Now, see, there's a foundation with these 7 pentacles right there. There's a foundation built up. It's a strong foundation, okay? And what happens when you have a strong foundation and it's built on lies, you have to worry about it toppling over. You see how it can topple over. It looks really nice, strong, and solid, but it can topple over depending on, and you don't want to put in all this hard work and have it, you know, messed up by the state of confusion and secrets, because whatever this is in this person's hand, this is information, and information makes the difference with everything. All right, so now we have the Four of Pentacles upside down. So someone is standing on business, but the thing is, at what cost will you keep these secrets? What do these secrets do? Do they keep you in the loop? Do they keep you in the group? Is this for clout? What does this what do you stand to lose if these things get exposed, and should you have done them anyway if this is what you stand to lose? For the victims of these situations, you stand to lose nothing. But you do stand to gain everything through the freedom of having this off of your conscience. Do it in a way in which makes it comfortable for you, but you do not have to relive any trauma just to make anyone feel better. It is definitely up to you. All right, so now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So, like I said, the Queen of Pentacles is, they're going to be careful with this information. So be careful with who you trust to kind of make this transition happen and go forward, because she looks like she's someone to be trusted. It can be a male, it can be a female, but this person is going to be gentle. They're not going to be pushing, but they are going to take an action on your behalf, because hey, sometimes we need a representative, in which I just mentioned. And now we have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands basically is saying that we've gathered all of our information and our materials, and we're just deciding what to do with it. And it was in the reverse. So maybe we're standing on this information until we find a time. So I'm going to keep going until we find a time, because I would like to know if this situation is going to be resolved. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. I usually do 6. All right, so the bottom of the deck, it has an owl. Justice. Okay, so justice. All right, so maybe somebody is going to come forward. You should come forward, because you deserve the freedom just like anyone else does. And that was at the bottom of the deck, and that was justice. Justice is here, and hopefully you see it clear, and don't let anybody talk you out of gaining your freedom, whatever that means for you. And then we have the 6 of Cups, which is the innocence regained. You want to have this innocence will be returned to you. Your childhood memory. No one has a right to steal your childhood. No one has a right to steal your innocence. This is your creativity. This is where self-actualization comes. This is where confidence comes from. So you need everything that makes you. You're from your humble beginnings all the way up to your winnings, okay? So definitely don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There is somebody who's going to support you 100%. You know who this person is. 9 times out of 10, you know who this person is. And then we've got the Tower moment. So not only is this going to be very impactful for you, but it's going to be impactful for whoever the culprit is. They're going to be forced to look at themselves and to change their ways. If not, they're going to jail. It is what it is. And you have to be ready to see that happen. You have to detach yourself from the outcome of it and know that you've already survived the journey. You are a survivor. You're okay. You are worth it. You are not anyone's secret. If a person made you have to make that a secret, then how good is that information? If your truth can hurt someone, then why is it a secret? You understand? Truth shouldn't really hurt, you understand? So if that's the situation a person puts you in, I do apologize, and my heart goes out to you for someone forcing you into a situation which made you hide yourself, your innocence, and your freedom. Me, myself, I've been through that from the age of 12 until last year. I was functioning in a very different way because I was holding someone's secret, and that can cage your heart. All right, and that can also make you function not so well in different areas of your life. So face it on if you can, get support if you need, and do what works for you. Freedom doesn't look the same for everyone. Hope this message finds you clear. And I'm being a little transparent because I'm okay with it. I'm finally at a place to where I'd like to help someone else get through this. Signing off.